back again, eh? Yeah, I'm pushing these videos. I don't care if y'all see me in the same stuff. I don't care. I'm pushing these videos out. I'm working. So, this is my 6,000 plus rounds through the TX22. She has not been beat up that bad. The finish is holding up good. I've been putting it in and out of holsters. I actually conceal carry this thing every now and then. Believe it or not, this has been one of my more reliable pistols. Out of the 5,000 rounds I probably had, and this is accounting with bad 22 ammo, because you know 22 ammo is not that reliable. It's just depending on a self-defense standpoint. If you're gonna run it, run CCI mini mag, CCI stingers, something of that nature. But with that being said, I may have had, and I'm giving this a rough estimate, out of 6,000 rounds, I probably had 15 failures, some of it attributed to bad ammo and not cleaning it. But this thing has been running and running and running. I know my cousin has one. She shot hers so much, she shot the sight off. The trigger on this thing is better than a Glock. I would not get the Glock 44 over this. Definitely would not. I haven't had a chance to run the SIG. I like to get my hand on the SIG and run that. I've heard good things about that too. The capacity is very high. This is a 15 round capacity on it. I have 2 magazines out here today, and I don't have to do a lot of mag punching like I have been doing with the other 22s, because the capacity is pretty high on this. Reliability is very good. I always say they can be very reliable, but as soon as you turn that camera on, it turns around on you. It breaks down fairly easy. You just pull the slide back a little bit, pull these tabs down. After you get done cleaning it, put it back, slide it back in. I ran the competition model of this, and it had the slide mount, or not the frame mounted, what was the frame? Slide mounted optic, I believe. I can't remember how it goes, but anyway, that thing was crazy. I ran a lot of ammo through that, and I only had 1 failure out of it. And I ran crappy ammo, very good ammo, and very expensive 22 ammo, if you want to call some 22 ammo expensive. But by nature, 22 ammo is not that reliable. This thing eats it up. And I'm gonna tell you something else. You'll be able to see it here in a second. The ergonomics on it is very good. It fits your hand. That's another thing that Taurus actually got right. And it has a little ambi to it. It's not fully ambi. I don't care about it being ambi, but it does have an ambi safety on it. The slide feels good, very smooth. It's still a little tight. 22 doesn't have a lot of kick to it, but you can tell I've shot it a lot, and I'll probably need to replace it in a little while. My guide rod is starting to get ate up a little bit. That's a little concerning, but other than that, I mean, we can replace that, easily replace that. It's pretty cheap to replace the parts on this thing. Also, this is another thing. So if you carry this thing, if you have a Glock 19 holster, like the Kydex holsters, Glock 19, 23, and the 22s, this will fit right in there, and it fits in there very flush, covers the trigger guard, and it fits very comfortably. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and get loaded up, and we're gonna go ahead and run these plates. Let's see if it's gonna make a fool out of me today. $15 in right there, and that was some of that federal crap ammo. They didn't have enough power to knock that plate down. So now we're gonna go ahead and run 10 rounds of the CCI mini mag. We're running in 10 round increments because I'm pretty much out of the 22 ammo that I have right now. I only brought a limited amount with me. I didn't know if I was going to be doing all these videos back to back. So One thing that I like about this, every 22 pistol should implement this loading tab assist, loading assist tabs. That way you don't eat your fingers up, because 22, it's a little hard to load. And I haven't shot that thing in a while, so it took me a little while to get my aim back. But I have used that pistol to shoot 3-inch plates at 30+ yards. And while I'm talking, I'm gonna go ahead and load up 10 rounds of that subsonic stuff. Now this, I have never tried in here. So I'm curious to see what kind of results I'm gonna get out of this subsonic load. I'm wondering if it's gonna let me down, because I spoke so highly of this thing. But, I mean, if it does, it is what it is. We're looking at 6,000 rounds out of a 22 pistol with very few malfunctions. So this is the CCI Mini Mag. Click right on in there. Let's see if we can knock a plate down. She just doesn't want to knock that plate down. A few videos back, I had a 1911 and it had a little longer barrel, so the ballistics was a little better out of that. It was knocking those plates down. Which this is a different plate rack at the same shooting complex, but it's just a different plate rack. So it may be that. Those were the subsonic rounds. Actually had a little shrapnel to come back and hit me in the hand just now. See, that's why you wear safety glasses. So that was the subsonic rounds. So now let's step over to the Winchester Red and see if she'll knock the plates down. Because the 1911 was knocking down the plates with that crappy Winchester ammo. Barrel may not be long enough, but I will say this. She is pretty much going off every single time. So it even went off with that crappy Winchester. I got another bag. It may be that bag of ammo, but I have another bag that I definitely would not use that ammo if I had to in a self-defense situation. These are going to be the CCI Mini Mags. We're going to go in the same rotation as I did with the last ones. And after the CCI Mini Mags, I'm going to go back to that bag of Winchester, Federal. That crappy Federal. I'm going to go back to that bag and see what happens, because I definitely do not trust that ammo at all. Not in anything. I'm curious to see how the TX22 is going to actually handle that. So, we're going to go with the CCI Mini Mag and see how she performs. Oh no, that was a Winchester Red, I believe. I can't remember either. Yeah, that's the Winchester Red. So now let's see how she performs. What can I say, fellas? I'm definitely not shooting that round. She did not want to feed. Yeah, it's that Winchester. I don't trust that stuff. One hiccup. It's not too bad out of 22. Now, this is a CCI Stinger. See if we can get that plate to move some more. Couldn't get her to move. She damn sure connecting. I would love to be able to run all the plates down, but I can't. I don't know how many is in here, but we're just gonna run her and see what happens. She ate them up. You know what I'm saying? And that's that crappy Federal that I'm always talking about. It ate it. Had one failure to feed from, I think it was a Winchester Red. I despise that ammo just as much as I despise that Federal. That Winchester Red, I could, if I ever never see another box of that stuff, that's the last box that I have. If I could never see any more of that stuff again in my life, I would be fine. But guys, that's the update to the 6,000 rounds on the TX22 regular standard model. If you guys see this, and like I said, this is my rating system for this. It runs pretty much every ammo. It goes off almost every single time. It's just dependent on the ammo. I haven't cleaned it. It's been sitting in my safe for 5 months now. I haven't cleaned it, haven't oiled it, brought it out, and started firing it. I want to say the last time I cleaned it, it was probably well over 1,000 rounds. So for it to run that after being sitting in the safe with carbon buildup from 22, you know, 22s are some of the most dirtiest bullets that you can find. For it to run that, I'm still giving it a grade A. Scaling from 1 to 10 on this, innovation, grip, angle, accuracy, reliability, I'm gonna have to give this an 8 out of 10. That 9 to 10 is gonna be hard to hit for me anyway. It doesn't have all the options as far as red dot sighting and all that stuff. I mean, you can get the little gimmicky one to push out the back. I don't know how well that works. I've seen some people actually use them, but my main thing is reliability and comfortability and interchangeability on the holsters. The holsters are the thing, like I said, you can take and put these inside of the Glock 19, 17, 22s, and 23s. It fits. This is one of the most dependable 22s that I've ever gotten my hands on and had the pleasure of shooting. 8 out of 10 for this. But guys, if you like this kind of content, hit that like, share, subscribe, ring that bell for the notifications. That way you'll be alerted to come back to the channel as soon as I upload a fresh video. Comment what you like as far as 22 pistols. I don't care what you comment. You can comment twig, sand, dirt. Just do me that favor. Help me out. Help this channel grow, because without you guys, this channel would be nothing. I'd just be making content for myself to look at, and I don't want to do that. That's no fun. Shooting is fun, but I would rather be able to share it with other people. With all that said, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Have a blessed day, fellas and lady.